Hi Nick, just putting together a few exercises for you based on what we did at the last lesson. It's a bit off the cuff, I haven't written anything down, but these are the ideas that I have that will help you, I think. Okay, so can you just start out in your correct standing position with one hand on your tummy and just say, uh-oh, uh-oh. Now, put your hand on the other hand on your larynx and feel it low as you breathe in and go, uh-oh, again. Make sure that when you take your breath in, it's as if you're about to yawn, and you'll feel the larynx drop down and then do the uh-oh without the larynx coming up. And again, uh-oh. And again, uh-oh. Now just do and feel the larynx staying down. Again, Now, let's do, starting on a note, I'm doing A under middle C, and I want you to do the same thing, take a breath in, and then with that little glottal stop at the beginning, do ready, go. And again here, your turn. Make sure that you can feel the larynx is low in your throat. And again, and again, and here, I'm just going to turn the piano up a little bit. And here, and here, and here, and here, and here. Okay, now I'd like you to do ready, go. Make sure that at all times your larynx is low. And again, here. And here, and here, and here, and here. Now, let's go back down here again. Now, as you do the little scale, as the scale goes up, I'd like you to imagine and even try to feel your larynx going down. So it's got this up with the rhythm, up with the pitch, and down with the larynx. So try that. And here, 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 and here. Now, with the same feeling, we're going to join them and do so it's going to go but you're going to join the notes. Ready, go. And here, Now remember what that breath is. It's a yawning breath. It's at the back, breathing down in the throat, and you should feel that larynx go down each time. Now we're going to do ah, eh, ah, eh, ah, ah, eh, ah, eh, ah. Ready, go. Ah, eh, ah, eh, ah. Keep that larynx low. Ah, eh, ah, eh, ah. Breathe the larynx down. Ah, eh, ah, eh, ah. Yawn the larynx down. Ah, eh, ah, eh, ah. Yawn the larynx. Ah, eh, ah, eh, ah. 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 Larynx low. Ah, eh, ah, eh, ah. Ah, eh, ah, eh, ah. Ah, eh, ah, eh, ah. Now we're going to go R, A, E, A, R. R, A, E, A, R. R, A, E, A, R. Your turn. R, A, E, A, R. Breathe the larynx down. R, A, E, A, R. Breathe the larynx down. R, A, E, A, R. Make sure that the larynx doesn't come up when you're changing vowel. Always the larynx stays low as you can. Here we go again. R, A, E, A, R. 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 Notice we're not changing the lips. It's all doing the vowel sounds made in the back, not with the lips. Oh, well, there's a little bit happening with the lips, but only a little bit. I want you to feel that the vowels are coming from the larynx. So here's our note again. Try that. Okay. Now I want you to do so as you go higher, imagine the larynx go lower. Your turn. A yawning breath. Yawning breath. The larynx goes down as you go higher. Now, let's do R-A-E-O-O. Pa may we go to. R-A-E-O-O. And we're going to do each one as a separate hit with the larynx. R-A-E-O-O. With the larynx way down. Here, your turn. R-A-E-O-O. R-A-E-O-O. Don't forget it's a yawning breath. R-A-E-O-O. 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 Now we're going to do R, A, E, O, U. Your turn. R, A, E, O, U. R, A, E, O, U. Make sure that the larynx is going down. R, A, E, O, U. 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 Now we're going to do R, A, E, O, U. Keeping that larynx down, take the yawn. The breath is always a yawn, and you feel that larynx going down, and then you click on to the sound, or have a little bit of explosion. Very, 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 very light. As in uh-oh. So it's A, E, O, O. Your turn. A, E, O, O. Here. 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 A, E, O, O. And here. A, E, O, O. And here. A, E, O, O. And here. A, E, O, O. Now you're going to do it smoothly. A, E, O, O. No, only attack on the first note, and the rest you keep that larynx down and keep the voice and the vowels coming from back here in your throat. Ready? I'll do the first one, then you join in. A, E, O. Your turn. A, E, O. 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 Same idea with the larynx held low. Ready, go. Sorry, I got it wrong. Pa may we go to. Did I start it out with that R, A, E, O, O? I meant to. Let's start it again just in case I made a mistake. As I said, I'm doing this off the top of my head, not with written instructions in front of me. So it's R, A, E, O, O. 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 R, A, E, O. Make sure that for the top note the larynx is still low. Ready? Go again. R, A, E, O. Low on the top. R, A, E, O. Feel it going down. R, A, E, O. Last one. R, A, E, O. Now just doing a single vowel. So it's going to be keeping the larynx down and thinking it going down, 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 down as you go up, and then relaxing as you come back down the scale. Don't forget the yawn in the breath. And the larynx going down. larynx going down for the top notes. Oh, that's enough. Now do the same thing on or. Feel the larynx going down. Okay, now you're going to do ooh. Oh, don't forget that breath is a yawning breath. Oh, is it a good ooh sound? Oh, and is the sound coming from the back? Oh, the sound comes from behind the larynx. Oh, oh, the larynx is going down as you go higher. Oh, 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 oh. Now A. Always the breath is yawned. Yawning breath. And E. 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 As you go higher, the larynx goes lower. E. And the sounds comes to the back of the neck. E. Yawning breath. E. Yawning breath. E. 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 Now, with all these exercises, it's very important to keep on double checking. Is the vowel the right vowel? A, E, O, U. You must listen carefully to the vowels. They should sound as if they're coming from here, at the back of the larynx, back of the neck. E, from back there. You don't have to use your lips. The lips will automatically go along with the sound of the vowel, but the vowel should be coming from the back of the throat. And when you breathe, it should be a breath like a yawn. And it comes from back there. Doesn't need a shout, it just needs a good little gentle click on. E, E, O, O. E, E, O, O. I've deliberately not gone too high because, and you may have struggled a bit with the top notes, but there's a way of overcoming that, and I'll teach it to you when I feel that you've got this technique working properly. Okay, so there's a 20-minute take for you. Enjoy that little practice session and use it again and again and again. See you later. Bye.